Hello, I am Gunender Sidhu. Today we are going to talk about a very serious and relevant topic, that is about media. Media is considered as a watchdog of the society, but now this watchdog needs scrutiny, self introspection and self correction. हमें लगता है कि मीडिया को अब खुद अपने अंदर देखना चाहिए, खुद को बेहतर करना चाहिए. In this episode, I am going to discuss my own direct experiences in the media and also about from very scholarly readings. Now, about these scholarly readings that I luckily went through, and I'm very thankful to them because they opened my perception. They taught me that what the real media should be and how it should function. The first book is Baudrillard and the Media. Baudrillard was a French thinker and he did a great work about the conditioning of our mind that is done by the media for the powerhouses. हमें लगता है कि हमारे पास freedom of choice है, but we forget that even our choices are determined and conditioned and regulated by the powerhouses through media. I will explain it later. The second book is Manufacturing Consent. Please think about this title, Manufacturing Consent. That how the powerhouses, the governments, through media and several other instruments like surveys, NGOs, they create consent for their acts. Third book, that is a classical book, that is Empire. That how pseudo-capitalistic tendencies, the corporate houses, the powerhouses, governments, they operate. How they operate in a very hidden and in a very subtle manner. Another book is Hidden Persuaders. That how these hidden things and very subtle, discreet, secretive things are happening and who are the real players behind them. This book is about those people who are behind the scene but operating everything. The book is Hidden Persuader. Another modern thing is Media and Cultural Studies. It is by Blackwell Publication and it is the compilation of several scholarly things that how media actually operates. Now, first of all, about my direct experiences, that when I was about to join media, I got a very valuable advice. The advice was given by Professor Harbans Singh, who has written Encyclopedia of Sikhism. He was a great Sikh scholar and he was very close to my father. So he gave me advice that journalism depends upon credibility. Credibility means the truthfulness and values of our words. हमारे शब्दों की सच्चाई, that is credibility. And he gave me a very important example. He said during the days of insurgency and terrorism in Punjab, the whole media was controlled by the government. And I've seen that in those days, sometimes the whole paper was blank. The whole page was blank and on it only one line was written censored. In those days, when it was not the present day scenario of internet and so much of TV channels and everything. In those days of deprivation, people used to listen to BBC on radio, on small radios. And I've seen that in villages, people used to keep that radio, small radio, on the top of the wall and they used to sit there and they used to listen to it. That is the voice of credibility. And I remember अगर किसी न्यूज़ में if it is reported that 10 people have been killed. But if BBC has said that 8 people have killed, then people used to say, actually 8 people have died. This is the importance of credibility. The second thing that I learned is that personal life is not a news. The third thing and very important one is that we, the journalists, the reporters, our duty is only to report the facts, not to pass judgment. This is very important. Because to make the judgment is prerogative of the reader or the listener, not the prerogative of a reporter. That is why this word is used to reporter. Only duty is to report. And to report in impartial way, without taking any sides. And I'm saddened to see that these ethics are not followed. Now, credibility, honesty, it is the biggest casualty in media. Personal life is the biggest news, most circulated news. And very conveniently, every time, judgment is passed. In this way, the media is trying to encroach upon other three important pillars of democracy, that is legislature, executive, and judiciary. That is not the duty of media to pass any judgment. So in this scenario, I feel that media needs self-introspection and self-correction. Now, about the subtle functioning of the media. It is an open secret that most of the media is working for the government or the powerhouses. I am not going to discuss this thing because it is an open secret. To discuss about the subtle, very hidden, discreet functioning of the media, I want to discuss two terms. First is hegemony. It is derived from a Greek word and it means dominance with consent. कि जो स्लेव हैं, गुलाम हैं, वो खुद कंसेंट दे रहे हैं किसी को कि आओ हम पर राज करो. It used to happen even during the British rule in India. Several of the princely states, they have given consent and willing consent to the British to rule over them. There was a kind of compromise about the rule. Now, another thing about hegemony that is prevailing now, and that is more subtle and secret, that is we are being dominated, we are being ruled, and we are not aware about it. That is very important. There is a encroachment by the powerhouses upon our thinking, and it is so subtle, it is so secretive that we are not becoming aware of it. This is the new tendency of hegemony. Related with this is another term, simulacra and simulation. Actually, this is the book written by Baudrillard, the French thinker, which I have discussed earlier. In simple terms, the simulacra and simulation is that we are made to believe in certain things which actually don't exist. We are made to believe in reality which is actually not a reality. यह ऐसा है कि झूठ को सच के कपड़े पहना. To wrap a lie in such a manner that it looks like a truth. And media has attained mastery in it. It is projecting very villainous characters, evil-minded person as a Messiah. It is projecting very incompetent and stupid leaders as the leaders of the future. ये हो रहा है, and there is a full brigade behind it. So of the regiments of such persons, the hidden persuaders, who actually get paid for doing it. Simulacra is like the Ravan becoming a saint for kidnapping Sita. This is simulacra. At that time, Ravan is a simulacrized personality when he came to kidnap Sita. Now, our society is full of such simulacrized personalities who are devilish but being projected as a Messiah, as a being very competent or a good leader. Baudrillard gave a very important example of it. He wrote a very interesting book, that is Gulf War Did Not Take Place. Please mind this title. That Gulf War did not take place. Now the question is why he is saying so? कि Gulf War तो हुई नहीं. His thesis is that because we were made to believe in only one version of war through the direct telecast of war on one channel sponsored by the government of that country. So we were made to believe that in this war America is a hero and Iraq and those Gulf countries, those are the villains. Even from the cockpit of aircraft, those were making bombardment on Gulf countries. Live telecast was shown from the cockpit of those aircrafts. And it was shown that the bombs or missiles are going very aesthetically and they strike, and from there a balloon of dust is emerging out. But Baudrillard says that this balloon of dust was shown to us, but what happened beneath that balloon is not shown. That these missiles, these bombs, they killed how many of innocent people, that was not shown to us. The war was totally smacularized. That is why he says that Gulf War did not take place. Now, the media is spoon feeding us with the smacularized version of the several of the events. It is not projecting impartial reporting. That is a very sad part. Now here I want to add that simulacrized persons, these characters, they are very dangerous, and they are more dangerous than actually villains and evil-minded persons. Because if one is actually projecting himself as a evil or villain, then it's good, at least we know that is a bad person. Like a cobra snake standing in front of me and hissing, and he's saying that I'm bad and don't mess with me. A rattlesnake, he gives warning that don't mess with me. And in Mahabharata it is said that Kauravas went to heaven, whereas Pandavas went to hell. Symbolically it means that Kauravas, they were true to their instinct. If they were bad, they were showing that yes, we are bad. In recent history, there is one person who did it. And interestingly, his name is Donald Trump. We may like him, we may dislike him, we may agree with him, we may disagree with him, but the fact is that he, in front of media, he depicted himself that don't mess with me. Most of the time, I've seen that he was not wearing a mask. He was not a simulacrized personality most of the times in front of media. He was directly showing that don't mess with me. But unfortunately, we are getting simulacrized leaders. And the whole credit goes to media. The media is not doing its duty of raising the curtains from truth. Rather, it is putting more and more curtains in front of truth. It is making the vision of truth more blurred, whereas its duty is to make truth crystal clear and accessible to all. The duty of media is like these books. That these books, they are like when we go for a eye checkup. They put several lenses that remove the blurriness of our vision. These books do this kind of job. They make our vision clear. They remove the blurring. And this is the duty of media. To uncover those simulacrized personalities. But rather, they are becoming the tools of such persons. I feel that media is not going to be impartial in a very simple way, because there are many of complications. One complication which seems to be a kind of impossibility, is the generation of revenue. This is my rough estimate that a newspaper copy, it is sold for 1 or 2 rupees, whereas it costs around 15 or 16 rupees. This is my rough estimate. Now, on selling one newspaper copy, the media house that is suffering a loss of about 15 rupees. How that loss is compensated and even profits are made, that is through advertisements. And the bulk of advertisements come from powerhouses, corporate houses, and governments. So in one way or the other way, the thread of media remains in the hand of those powerhouses. Now in the end, I want to say that media should do what Baba Nanak says in Japji Sahib. Kev sachara hoiye, kev kud tutte pa. That how the walls of illusions, they get broken so that we can see the truth. And media should also be like the Buddhist who says self-emancipation, that how the normal human beings, they get a clear vision of the reality, how they get freedom from the illusions. And media should also be doing what Hinduism says, Satyam Jayate, that truth triumphs. In every religion, it is said that, it is suggested that truth should come out. So the media is required to be religious in that sense. With these words, I end this episode. Thank you.